Hello everyone, this is Saga, and today I am going to talk about the rune Perthro. If you aren't sure what the runic half months are and you want to find out more, I will put a link in the description to one of my very favorite podcasts where you can learn how to work with the runes in season yourself. Follow along with me. I also want to send a shout out to two of my greatest inspirations before I get started. The first is, of course, the illustrious Kelly Harrell, who inspired me to start working with the runes in this way. And the second is Freya Norling, whose unabashed and deeply grounded selfhood really gave me the courage to put myself and my thoughts out there. So to both of you, thank you so much. You are super inspiring. I also want to thank the countless friends and family members who have been so amazingly supportive of my spiritual work these last few years, as well as anyone who chooses to support that work by viewing this video wherever and whenever it finds you. So thank you so much. Perthro season. Perthro season falls between January 14th through the 28th. It is associated with the beech tree and, in my opinion, the activity of the neural synapses in the brain, as well as any organ where there's a space. Its traditional meaning, though, is that of the lot cup. Some people associate this rune with fate, the unknowable, our own cause and effect relationship with the universe, the way we co-create our destiny through daily action and intention. Now, I don't think any of this is wrong, but somehow, especially lately, I can't help feeling that it's just a little bit deeper than that. So Perthro's 2021 window came in on the heels of a really tumultuous political climate. We ended the previous half month of UAs with worldwide unrest that may yet have some seriously far-reaching implications for the future. And that sort of typifies the space that we're in right now, doesn't it? Many people feeling vulnerable and raw and uncertain. This uncertainty is showing up in way more places than their political parties. It's in their relationships, it's in their work lives, it's just something deeply rooted within them that wonders about the future, and it makes its promise seem really uncertain. We're all wondering about how much we should invest. We want to know that we aren't wasting our energy. And I gotta tell you, the sheer volume of questions I had during that period as an advisor concerned staying or going, and it was just massive. So it's no surprise to me that all that fell within Perthro season, where the natural impulse is to withdraw, and yet that withdrawal doesn't quell the anxiety that we feel. Perthro is a rune of the winter 8, and I find it pertinent to mention that in the days of yore, our spiritual ancestors would have gone through the harvest and the Yule season. They would have made their oaths, and then they hunkered down for the coldest part of the cold season. They were not living in a time of electric lights and forced air heaters. If something broke, there was a serious concern about having the resources and skills available to fix it, and sometimes there was simply nothing to do but wait it out until those things became available, right? So we've all been there. You know, you reach a point where you have just thrown everything that you have at a problem, hoping for a solution, but whether it's work or your personal goals or your love life, you name it, eventually you just run out of ideas. You run out of things to do, and you're forced to realize that you are one little person on a very big quest, and all you can do is your best. You know, the time of making things happen ceases, and then you just have to sit back and let them happen. You know, so when we take a step back, put down our bootstraps, so to speak, we begin to embody the space that is Perthro. Okay, Perthro is a rune of, well, it's a rune of testing and proving in terms of faith, and it can be a challenging one to deal with in a world of instant results that we live in. Our ancestors kind of had an edge on us in the sense that, you know, they were just a hell of a lot more patient. It was easier for them in their world to sit with the uncertainty of an outcome and trust in divine timing. Our modern lifestyles aren't really conducive to that. They kind of complicate things, because while we are still just as sensitive to the energetic shifts of our temporal reality, we have become disconnected from the communal aspects of our spiritual reality, aspects that would have otherwise supported us. So I definitely encourage you to look up What in the Weird, the podcast down below, to learn more about what that means and how to find that connection. Again, it's really important that we nurture those relationships. Perthro time is, in short, a time when your faith in becoming must overcome your fear of failure and loss. Perthro time is a time of surrender, during which you must actively work to sit in the silence of the snow and be okay with the cold. Unpleasant things happen, but that doesn't mean we should label them as unwanted and avoid them. And I reflect that while I say surrender, the concept that I'm cusping on is really more like armistice. You fought the battle, you fought as hard as you were able to, and now it's time to take a reprieve from the struggle and wait for the results to happen. Kelly Harrell made a fabulous point in her podcast, and it really stuck with me. She said that in you-was, we are cradled, deeply held. I wish to expand that just a little bit, because I deeply believe that all of these concepts are connected. So if in you-was we are cradled, in Perthro we are carried. So whether it's one God you believe in, or many gods, or even no gods at all, the important part is understanding that the situation is out of your hands just now. You have done enough, and you were enough. I'd like to close this video out with a quote from Mandy Hale that, for me, perfectly encapsulates Perthro and the energies it embodies. And it reads, "Trust the wait. Embrace the uncertainty. Enjoy the beauty of becoming. When nothing is certain, anything is possible." Thank you for joining me here today on Saga Rising. I hope you would join me again for another discussion on the runes as I work with them in season. To all viewers, new and old, thank you, and I will see you next time.